Client spends 6 to 8 hours a week turning his notes into a slide deck. Prompt AI, copy each line, paste it into Google Slides, reformat, repeat every single week. I built him an automation that does the boring 90% and leaves him with the part he actually likes. He's only my second client. It's a case study agreement. I'm being open about that. But the problem was real, the build is real, and the time savings are definitely real. Here's exactly how it works. And one decision that results in him actually using it going forward. So here's his process before I touched anything. He has got his notes in a Word doc. He pastes them into Gemini, writes a prompt, gets a draft back, does some back and forth to course correct the AI, then copies that output line by line into Google Slides. Then he downloads it, opens it as a PowerPoint, and hand edits the whole thing. Start to finish, it used to take him 6 to 8 hours for every Saturday workshop. And when I looked into it, I found 3 pains that were eating most of his time. It's rewriting the prompts and getting Gemini to behave, mapping that output into an actual deck, and then doing the copy-paste reformat grind. Now, here's where most people would try to go all in and stick AI wherever possible. The instinct is to automate everything. Remove human. Wake up and you have your presentation ready. But I asked him a different question first. What part of this do you actually enjoy? And he told me he likes watching the source material and inventing the discussion questions. That's the creative part. That's the actual learning. And that's the part that makes the workshop his. So I didn't touch that. I didn't try to feed his learning material into AI and let it auto-generate the full presentation. That would defeat the purpose. The automation kills the prompting, the copy-pasting, the cleanup. Aim is to automate the drudgery, but protect the learning and creative part. If you take one thing from this video, take that, because an automation that removes the part someone loves will not be used. Okay, so how does the thing actually run? When he's done with his notes, he drops them into a Google Drive folder. A trigger.dev automation picks up the file, feeds it into the Claude API together with a system prompt. AI drafts the deck into a raw presentation content, then renders the slides in a predefined style, and drops the output file back into Google Drive. It does all of this in a way specific to how my client teaches. He likes to turn statements into questions, so a flat point becomes a quote followed by a probing question. The system formats that for him. It tags the quotes to the right source. It splits slides that are too dense into ones that actually read well on a screen. And it drops in a counter perspective slide to invite deeper conversations. All these instructions were created by giving AI examples of his previous inputs and matching outputs. AI is really good at extracting patterns where we are not even aware of ourselves. The system cleans up everything the AI leaves behind. No more decision fatigue about what goes where, and no more clicking around for half a day. He just grabs the actual file and does the final edits to his taste. Here's a slide the old way, and here's the same slide the automation produced. Same input, one took him probably 20 minutes of fiddling, the other just showed up done. Now, there are some things it does not do, and I drew that line on purpose. It doesn't do animations, it doesn't create or fetch matching visuals, there are no notifications when the automation triggered or was done. Version 1 delivers a clean, presentable deck, and he handles the final styling. I could have promised the world, scoped it to infinity, and never shipped something that actually works reliably every time. So I told him upfront, here's the boundary, here's what we're doing, and now we have a reference point that can be built upon next. So if you want to try this on your own work, here's the test. Don't start with a tool. They're not that important anymore. Start with 2 questions. 1. What step would you never miss if it just vanished tomorrow? That's your copy-paste thing. That's what you should automate first. And 2. What step would you fight for to keep doing yourself? That's the craft, and you leave that alone. Find those 2 in your own week and you have basically scoped your first automation. The copy-paste in your world might be invoicing or reformatting reports or writing the same email 40 times. Logic is the same. So that's the build. Go find your copy-paste moment. It just needs to go. I'm trying to build these projects in public, although I'm finding the in public part to be challenging. I'm drawn to jumping into the problem and creating a solution. I have even started to get excited about reaching out to new people and finding out about their problems, but talking about it is still something I need to push myself to do, and some important moments get missed and forgotten. That's my main challenge these days. Hope you enjoyed watching. See you next time.